Hello everyone, hope you are doing well. So today we'll be starting with trigonometry part 2, wherein we'll be dealing with the basic problems related to trigonometry. So let's start. And before we start, you need to be aware about the different trigonometric ratios. How do we choose the opposite side, adjacent sides while doing trigonometry? What are sine theta, cos theta, tan theta, all of that. So once you are aware about that, once you have seen trigonometry part 1, then only you can start with this part and the questions would be clear to you. So let's start. So the first example we have on the screen. So the example says you have been given a triangle. For the given triangle, find tangent P minus cot R. Right? You can see in the triangle we have been provided with PQ, we have been given what side QR is, but see, if you have to figure out what tangent P minus cot R is, first of all you need to know what is tangent P. And we know the formula for tangent P is side opposite to P, which would be this side, divided by side adjacent to P. Adjacent to P means this side because PR is the hypotenuse, so adjacent to P is side PQ, right? So you have side PQ but you don't know what QR is. So unless or until I figure out what QR is, I can't answer what tangent P is, right? So that's why first of all figuring out the third side which is missing in the triangle, which is QR. So how to do that? It's very clear. It's given in the triangle that angle Q is 90 degree. You can see over here angle Q is 90 degree. So since you have been provided with the right angle triangle, we can use the Pythagoras theorem, which states that hypotenuse square equals to perpendicular square plus base square, correct? Your hypotenuse is PR, so substituting that in hypotenuse place. So PR square equals to perpendicular square, which is PQ, plus base square, which is QR, correct? So substituting these values to figure out what QR is, PR is 13, so 13 square. In place of PQ, substituting 12 as PQ is 12 and QR is something that we need to figure out. So 13 square we know it's 169, 12 square we know it's 144. When you solve the equation, you will get QR square equals to 25. Now you need to think of a number which you multiply with itself and it gives you 25 as the answer. So it's either plus 5 or minus 5, right? Both of the numbers gives 25 as the answer if I multiply them with themselves, right? But since QR is a side and side can never be negative, that's why choosing QR equals to 5 and neglecting this minus 5 as side can never be negative. So your QR is 5 centimeters. You have your third side's length. So now you can easily figure out what tangent P and cot R is. So let's focus. Tangent P is, using the formula, tangent P is side opposite to P divided by side adjacent to P. Side opposite to P from the figure. This is P, side opposite to P is QR, right? So that's why QR. Side adjacent to P. Adjacent to P, P is lying between two sides PQ and PR. Since PR is the hypotenuse, so adjacent to P would be chosen as PQ. So your side adjacent to P is PQ. Substituting their values, QR you just figured out what it was, 5, and PQ is already given, which is 12. So substituting it over here. So your tangent P is 5 over 12. Now moving to cot R. One second. Cot R. Using the formula for cot R is side adjacent to R. See, R is lying between two sides, QR and PR. QR and PR, but PR is your hypotenuse. So adjacent would be QR. So adjacent to R is QR and side opposite to R, opposite is PQ. So PQ. Substitute their values. QR is 5. So that's why 5. PQ was already given to you, which is 12. So substituting it at PQ's place. So your cot R is also 5 over 12. Now putting it in tangent P minus cot R. So 5/12 minus 5/12 gives you a 0. So that's our final answer, which is the value of tangent P minus cot R. I hope it's clear to you. If there is something that is not clear, do ask. Now moving to the next question, which is on the screen. So focus. Now in this question it's given if 3 cotA equals to 4, check whether 1 minus tangent square A over 1 plus tangent square A equals to cos square A minus sin square A or not. So again, one of the trigonometric ratios value has been provided to you and you need to figure out some other trigonometric ratios. First of all, to check whether your left side is equal to the right hand side or not. So first of all, see, if I want to know if whether left side is equal to the right side or not, I need to figure out what tangent A is, I need to figure out what cos A and sin A is, then only I can substitute the values and check whether they are equal or not, right? So before starting with the question, before taking up your pen, think in your head, tangent A is what? If this is A, tangent A is side opposite to A, which is this side, that is BC, over hypotenuse, which is AC. So I need to have the values of these sides. Do I have these values? Let's check. I have been just provided with this information that 3 cot A equals to 4. So if 3 cot A equals to 4, cot A would be 3 cot A means you have been given 3 times cot A equals to 4. When there is no sign between a trigonometric ratio and a number, it's a hidden multiplication sign. So 3 cot A means 3 times cot A equals to 4. So it means cot A would be equal to 4 over 3. Use the formula for cot A, which says that cot A equals to side adjacent to A. See, which side is adjacent to A? Side adjacent to A is AB, because A is lying between AB and AC. AC, since it's just opposite to right angle which is 90 degrees, so AC is your hypotenuse. So adjacent would be, in case of A, adjacent would be AB. It means if they have been provided you what cot A is, they have given you this information that side adjacent to A, which is your AB, over side opposite to A. Opposite to A is this side, BC. So they have provided you with AB and BC. So AB over BC is 4 over 3. This means your AB is 4 and your BC is 3, right? So you have your AB as 4, BC as 3. But since we need to figure out what tangent A is to answer the question, to check whether it's the left side would be equal to right side or not. So we need to know tangent A is side opposite to A over side adjacent to A. So we do have the side opposite to A, which is 3, and side adjacent to A, which is 4. Now coming to cos A, I will need cos A and sin A as well to check the whether right side is equal to the left side or not. Now use the formula for cos A. Cos A is side adjacent to A, which is obviously this side, over hypotenuse. Do I have the hypotenuse? No, right? So that's why I need to use the Pythagoras theorem. Since a right angle triangle has been provided to me, I need to use the Pythagoras theorem to figure out what the missing hypotenuse is. I hope it's clear to you. Why do we need to use the Pythagoras theorem? Because one of the side is missing and we need to have that value of that side to figure out, to check whether the given information is correct or not, right? So let's begin. Since your triangle is a right angle triangle, as angle B is 90 degrees, therefore using the Pythagoras theorem, we have Pythagoras theorem states that hypotenuse square equals to perpendicular square plus base square. Your hypotenuse is AC, so putting that AC square. Perpendicular, it's very clear, it's BC, so BC, and base is AB. Put the values that are there. So perpendicular is 3, so in place of BC we are substituting 3. Your base, that is AB, is 4, substituting that value in the equation. We have AC square equals to 3 square, which is 9, 4 square, that is 16, so 9 plus 16, we have AC square as 25. Again, think of a number which you multiply with itself and it gives you 25 as the answer. Again, it's either a plus 5 or a minus 5. But again, since AC is a side and side can never be negative, that's why choosing AC as a plus 5. I hope it's clear to you how we have figured out the third side. right? So now just figuring out the different trigonometric ratios that we need to have to get to the final answer. So tangent A. Tangent A is side opposite to A, which is BC. That's why opposite to A, BC over side adjacent to A. Adjacent to A, this is the hypotenuse. A is lying between AB and AC. AC is the hypotenuse, so adjacent would be AB. So substituting that. Put the value of BC and AB at their places. Your BC was 3 and AB is 4. So putting those values, tangent A is 3, 4. Correct? Similarly, figuring out what sin A and cos A is. Now, using the formulas that we have learnt in the last video, cos A is side adjacent to A over hypotenuse. See, A is lying between AB and AC. AC is the hypotenuse, so adjacent to A, we will consider AB as adjacent to A. So putting AB over here. Hypotenuse, it's very clear, hypotenuse is AC. So putting the value of AC, your AB was 4. So AB 4 and AC was 5, so substitute that. Correct? Now coming to, we need sin A as well. So figure out what sin A is. Sin A is side opposite to A. Opposite to A is BC. Put that over hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is AC. Substituting the values of both BC and AC. BC was 3 and AC was 5. So 3/5. I hope it's clear to you. Now figuring out the main thing, that whether your left side and right side are equal or not. So left hand side is 1 minus 10 square A over 1 plus 10 square A. Substituting the value of 10A that we have got from here in 1 minus 10 square A over 1 plus 10 square A. So 10 square A is basically nothing, but when it's written 10 square A, it means whatever is the value of tangent A, it's the square of entire thing. So 10 square A means tangent A whole square. Your tangent A was 3/4, so it's 3/4 whole square. That's why tangent A is 3 square is 9, 4 square is 16. So 9 over 16. Similarly, 1 plus 10 square A is 1 plus 9 over 16. When you solve this, you'll get 16 minus 9, which is 7 over 16. And in the denominator, 25 over 16. When we solve this, we'll get 7 over 25 as our left side. Clear? Moving to the right side, cos square A minus sin square A. Cos square A means cos A whole square. So your cos A was 4/5. When you do this whole square of 4/5 means 4 square as well as 5 square. So it's 16 over 25 minus sin square A. Sin square A means entire trigonometric ratio. Sin A is whole square. So sin A is 3/5. Square of 3/5 is 9 over 25. Solve this, you'll get 7 over 25. So in both the cases, you are getting 725 as the answer. That's why we can say that our left side and right side are equal. So yes, the result is correct, that left side 1 minus 10 square A equals over 1 plus 10 square A equals to cos square A minus sin square A over cos square A. Yeah, equals to cos square A minus sin square A. I hope it's clear. If it's not, you can ask in the comment section. Now moving to the next question and the last question of the day. Question number 3. Herein we have been provided with a triangle PQR, right angled at Q, and it's given to us that sum of PR and QR, that is PR plus QR, equals to 25 centimeters, and directly length of only one side is provided to us, that is PQ equals to 5 centimeters. And we need to determine the values of sin P, cos P and tangent P. Again, before you start doing the question, think about it. Sin P is, do we have all the lengths that are required to find out sin P, cos P and tangent P? Just check that. Sin P is side opposite to P, means this side, over hypotenuse. Hypotenuse, the side opposite to 90 degree, this side. am I being provided with these signs QR and PR? Do I know the exact values of QR and PR? No, right? So that's why, since it's a right angle triangle, I somehow need to use the Pythagoras theorem to figure out the direct values, the values of these unknown sides, and then only I can start with my main solution, right? So to do that, let's start. In your triangle PQR, PQ is 5 centimeters. Since we have been provided with this thing that PR plus QR equals to 25. So let us assume QR to be X. So if your QR is X, it's clear PR would be 25 minus X, correct? Now angle Q is 90 degrees. So using the Pythagoras theorem, which states that hypotenuse square is equal to perpendicular square plus base square. Hypotenuse is PR, so substituting that, perpendicular is PQ and base is QR, right? Substitute the values. PR square means 25 minus X whole square, correct? PQ square is, PQ is already given in the question, it's 5, so 5 square, and QR we have assumed it to be X, so X square. Now see, 5 square is directly 25, X square at its place as X square. For this one I am using the formula A minus B whole square. What is A minus B whole square? It's A square plus B square minus 2AB, right? So using that formula to solve 25 minus X whole square, let me write it down for you. 1 second. So A minus B whole square is, whatever your A is, do the square of that, plus B square minus 2AB. So using that A minus B whole square, your A is 25 over here, so 25 square is 625, plus B square, your B is X over here, plus X square, minus 2AB means 2 times the value of A times the value of B. So 2 times 25 is 50, 50 times X is 50X. That's how we got this, right? Now solving this equation, X square and X square both have same signs on different sides, that's why they get cancelled. 625, take away 25 from it, you'll get 100 and 50X. When you solve this, you'll get X as 12. X 12 means QR is 12, correct? So if QR is 12, PR is 25 minus X. So 25 minus 12 is 13. So you have your QR with you, which is 12, and PR, which is 13. Now you have all the three sides that are required to figure out sine P, cos P and tangent P. So now we can move to the main solution to figure out what sine P, cos P and tangent P is. So let's use the formulas. Sine P is side opposite to P over hypotenuse. Side opposite to P is QR, which is 12. Hypotenuse in the figure, it's clear, PR. So PR, whose value is 13, right? Similar way, cos P. Cos P is side adjacent to P. Adjacent to P, this one is the hypotenuse, so adjacent would be PQ over hypotenuse, which is PR. So PQ over PR is 5 over 13. Moving to tangent P now. Tangent P is side opposite to P, which is QR, over side adjacent to P. This is the hypotenuse, so adjacent we will be taking as the other one, which is PQ. Now QR was 12, PQ was 5, so put those values. That's all. We are done with the question. Do you have any doubt, anything not clear to you? You can ask in the comment box. Yeah. Yeah, so that was all about today's class. Yeah, thank you for your time. And if you have any doubt or anything you want to ask, you can ask in the comment section, or I'll be providing the link to my Instagram channel, that is Math Solutions by Sapna. You can ask me over there. Also, if anybody wants to enroll for maths classes from any grade between grade 7 to grade 10 for CBSE, ICSE, Australian curriculum, UK curriculum or US curriculum, You can message me in my on my Instagram channel and we can have the classes. Yeah. Thank you for your time. Bye bye. Take care.